Welcome back to Soccer Cards United. It's episode 252 of the greatest soccer card podcast in the world. My name is Jason. That's Enzo. Hello, Enzo.
Hello, Jason. How are you?
I'm good. We're both wearing our Soccer Cards United hoodies.
That's right.
And if we were a different sort of operation or a different sort of podcast or a different sort of company,
different sort of duo,
these would be, the reason we're both wearing these would be that they're now available somewhere to purchase.
Look at the logo.
Yeah, but they're not. They're still not available anywhere. So people are probably going to comment.
It was just one of those days where I put it on, Jason put it on, and it just so happened to happen. But unfortunately, people, they're not available. They were available at the card show last year, Jason, but they were just kind of being given out a little bit. Not too many people got them.
They weren't on general sale, put it that way.
They were not on general sale at all.
Right.
But yeah, so they're not available yet still, but they might in the future. I'm not even going to say near future because there's no plans in place at the moment.
Yeah, but somewhere in the distant future, you might be able to get a hoodie.
Yeah, from the
That's
number
our
one
big news.
soccer podcast in the world.
Yeah. Just to do a couple of bits of housekeeping up at the front of the show, we talked at the end of the last episode that we are co-hosting an event with Q's Cards in Amersfoort in the Netherlands.
Amsterdam, nearby
Amsterdam, nearby Utrecht. The whole train system will come into play.
In a big way.
But that's on the 1st of December. If you live in that general vicinity.
Very nice.
And actually, we can confirm that there are going to be some more Irish people there as well.
Let's go. We're bringing some Irish along with us. I love that.
Yeah. So that's an exciting one. If you're around that neck of the woods in the Low Countries there, or if you like to be in the Netherlands, you can fly there. Then we'll see you on the 1st of December.
That's right.
All the information is available on Q's Cards social media. The other thing that I wanted to say is I want to give a shout out to a listener, Adam, who sent us a very nice gift during the week.
Oh yes.
Thank
you so much, Adam.
Bubba made a nice note. There was a lovely note.
Yeah.
And there were cards, and there's a few cards. The one I want to talk about is he got us started on our Stephen Kwan collection, with this Topps Chrome Stephen Kwan rookie card.
Look at that. Yeah.
So Stephen Kwan's rookie card is now in the official Soccer Cards United collection. I'm wearing my Guardians hat. It's just incredible.
Jason, can I ask what year that is? It looks like a 2021 design. I'm basing that off F1, but I don't know if that's true.
It's a 2022 design.
Wow. Wait, 2022 F1, yeah? You know, sorry.
That's what you meant?
No, I don't think I did.
Okay.
I don't think I did. Maybe I did. I don't know. I'm getting confused.
Well, it's certainly the early 2020s, I can tell you that much.
But I didn't know that Stephen Kwan was so young, and though he might not be that young because I assume his Bowman comes into play in some way, shape, or form. I don't know. I'm saying Stephen Kwan, I would have assumed his rookie card was 2017 or something because
Well, I'll tell you this. He's younger than us.
Jesus.
Yeah. And
that's young people, by the way.
For anyone playing along at home. I'll tell you what it says in the back of Stephen Kwan's rookie card. Stephen's unusual batting style, in which he coils snake-like while lifting his front leg, typically ends the same way with a well-struck pitch. That's certainly what we
witnessed.
Wait, hang on a second. What? Oh, with a well-struck pitch. Sorry, yeah. I was confused because it was like his batting style, and they're talking about pitches. But I guess somebody pitches it to him, and he hits it. Sorry. The former Oregon State standout whacked 301 over 3 seasons in the minors to earn a spot on the opening day roster in 2022. He earned American League Rookie of the Month, for April, after hitting a 354 with a 459 OPB. So I got lost there, the numbers at the end, but very exciting. Thank you to Adam.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
And
I love that. It's good to know that, you know, no matter what sport we're watching, Jason, we're able to pick out a star player, you know?
That's right. Yeah.
There we go.
And commiserations to all of our fellow Guardians fans who suffered a great disappointment when the Yankees progressed to the World Series ahead of the Guardians.
I didn't want to talk about that today. I'm upset.
Okay, fine. So December 1st, Netherlands. See you there.
Be there, be square.
And Adam, thank you very much. And if you'd like to send us a gift, we are always
always available for gifts.
Always available for gifts and always grateful for them. I will say
we're always available for gifts and unavailable to provide hoodies.
Yes. That's right. It was a nice. I was expecting something bad at the PO box. I thought it was gonna. I thought I was gonna. Oh, I kind of opening it like, oh my god, what is this going to be?
I was expecting just a stack of cards and a note saying, "I hear you guys are doing PSA submissions. Can you submit this for me?" Which
Right.
would have been
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. No, we wouldn't have liked that.
Not at all. Speaking of PSA,
yeah.
PSA. I don't want to. Jason, you can chat away. I just want to do a PSA update because I know some people listen that have PSA with us. We're not a big PSA submission house by any means, but I feel like this one's been taking forever. I feel like this is what happens, Jason. Anytime people tell me like PSA so fast, and when I submit it, it's not fast.
Yeah.
These arrived on the 12th
slow lane
of September.
So
about 10 days, a month and 10 days, 40 days. And it's at research and ID. It's not even at grading.
And there's nothing really that particularly needs to be researched or ID'd.
No, because I do all that. And the thing is, it says it's a 45 business day turnaround. So they're telling me I'll have it on December 2nd, but I would like to see it in November. Sorry, Jason.
It's a 45 working day turnaround from now.
No, I think the originals. I think that's the service I'm on.
Okay. Right.
I'm on that cheap service.
Yeah. Well, it's a good segue because friend of PSA, Jeff Wilson from Sports Card Investor. You may remember him by day. I think by day now he's a sports card investor.
I think that's all. I don't know what he's doing with the tech companies, to be honest.
Yeah. So for anyone who doesn't know, Jeff Wilson's whole thing is, well, by day I invest in tech companies. By night I'm a sports card investor.
Interesting that he kind of specialized in tech companies. It'd be interesting to I'd love to see him on a content channel talking about tech companies, not about sports cards. That would be fascinating to me. Like what tech companies are you buying? So I know to avoid them.
Oh, come on!
Based on your sports card. That's a joke. That's a joke. I was joining in on the fun of bullying poor Jeff. But no, yeah, Jeff has lit up our timeline with some fascinating news, Jason, because he is saying, ignore everything. There's a lot there. You have it on the screen, Jason. Let me say it. New offices coming in Dallas. We know about that. We've heard about that. We don't even care about that. And Europe
for PSA.
For PSA with a little comma saying a little bracket saying great news for international collectors, of which I feel like Jeff Wilson has interacted a lot with the international collector space.
So a PSA office in Europe seems to be confirmed by Jeff Wilson. Now I've been to some hobby news outlets. We've been to PSA. Enzo done some very interesting digging. I went
to collectors.com and started looking through their careers openings, their kind of job openings, to see if that would give us any form of indication of the location. I could have just messaged Jeff, I'm sure, but it's more fun to do this.
Yeah.
Europe, Jason, where and why has Nat Turner himself not spoke to us? Because in the past there is a tweet out there, Jason, of us telling them to set up in Ireland, and he liked it. So we're definitely on. Ireland was an option. If Ireland was not selected, I want it to be clear as day Ireland was an option that they were away. They must have assessed it at least.
Yes, we at least were considered, I hope. PSA have been to the London card show. Have they been to other card shows around? They haven't been to the Dublin card show, I'll tell you that much.
I think just London, yeah.
So, and of course, Europe could mean anything. It could mean the UK. It could mean the EU. It could mean.
I would imagine if they were to set something up in the UK, the press release would still, or at least this pre-press release, that's not the official press release, would still. I would not be I would not be shocked if it said Europe. You know.
Yeah. So
because there is enough of a grey area there.
Yeah, I mean, they may be speaking geographically instead of politically or whatever.
Eurasia.
Yeah, on the Eurasian landmass, they're going to put a PSA office. They'll tell us that much. So yeah, if anyone knows where that PSA office is going to be, or if anyone is currently making the decision at PSA, get in touch, and we'd be happy to come to California and present a
deck.
A slide deck on Dublin.
It's funny, Jason, because I feel like this is great news, obviously, but I don't know. We've personally figured out how to use PSA relatively well, despite how long that's taken. That's just the grading process, not the shipping process. I think near the start of this podcast, one of the biggest kind of things we used to always say is PSA needs to come to Europe. We need to stop with the shenanigans. That would be one of the huge kind of market movers here
Yeah,
because of
it would be a real
fun.
enabler to growth.
Yeah, and now it's happening, and it almost feels like growth happened without it. Almost, I would say, like it's got like Europe has happened without. Like the U's are very much not lighting the way. U's are very much following the trend as opposed to setting the trend.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can see a lot of European grading businesses being quite annoyed by this because what PSA have done is that instead of taking the risk and setting up, before maybe the market was ready and doing a lot of education and doing a lot of outreach in the market, they've allowed native companies here around Europe to spring up and build businesses. And now that they see a whole market there ready to be stormed by a sort of corporate raider,
They're ready
going
to
to come in.
raid, yeah, definitely. And in fairness, maybe that's the smart thing to do: limit your risk and still take advantage of the opportunity. Because
maybe if we were running PSA, we'd say another job well done there, boys. But as it is, it's like a bit like, come on, where were you 3 years ago? Where were you 4 years ago?
Definitely. Like like it's almost like there should be a negative market. Like, well, I suppose that comes down to market share. Like they definitely did lose market share by not being here 3 years ago, but it does just feel like they now will regain it and get it back. And we always champion PSA. I will say that on record. So if they should come to Dublin, I hope for some special walkthrough rates and some kind of corners. Oh, I didn't see that. When I give that a 10, a bit of a 2014 gold prism Messi kind of treatment
situation.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, no, it's interesting. It's interesting to see it happen. It's definitely because the thing about like the native grading companies, Jason, is it's like you can only charge so much to grade a card. It's like you can't, like if PSA are doing €15 cards, like your grading can't really be that cheap, can it? Like the option won't necessarily be disproportionate.
You can't really compete on price.
Yeah, you can't, because what are you talking about? Like if you're saying if you will grade a card for €5, but at a $9.99 special we could grade it with PSA, why the hell would I grade it with you?
Yes.
Yes.
I completely agree.
So yeah, finding out where that is going to be fun, Jason.
We know when CGC came to Europe, they went to Germany. They're in Munich.
That someone was
CGC in Belgium. Who's in Belgium?
Someone was.
I don't know anything about any Belgian grading offices.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong.
So it may be Germany, it may be the Netherlands, it may be Belgium, it could be Ireland, it could be the UK.
Oh, do you think it could be Ireland, Jason? I suppose I would say it's not going to be Ireland, right? For the benefits that of the
logistically,
yeah. In a world where everyone has to ship their cards to you and you have to ship them cards back, you probably don't pick an island unless that island is the UK, which has such a huge base
population.
I would imagine that would be my better judgment. I hope I'm wrong.
We're
doing all right from an island. I'll say that much. It's doable.
We're doing fine, but not everybody can run a logistics operation like this from Ireland.
No, certainly not.
I think we can rule out most of Southern Europe.
Yeah, they're not going to be in Italy.
I don't think it's going to be in Italy or in Spain or in Portugal or
France is potential.
Nice as that would be.
But I think if they did set up in France, I think they're going to run into their own little set of problems.
Yeah, I can't see.
It's not all Emily in Paris, let me tell you.
No. Yeah. Okay. I feel like we've got a very antagonistic relationship with the French on this podcast. But that's right. That's just the way it goes, I suppose. Listen, we have to talk about Euro Chrome.
Okay.
And no, I don't have any advanced information about it. I only know what Steel City have. So we're going to look at Steel City Collectibles.
Pittsburgh. Is that Pittsburgh?
Yeah. Pittsburgh, exactly. Yeah.
The Pittsburgh Steelers, I believe. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Paul Skeens playing for the Pirates. Come on. We love Pittsburgh.
All right. I'm going to jump in here, Jason. That European Tour Alexander Mitrovic insert, that is a case hit. So I want to straight off the bat say he's still not doing case hits well in that regard. However, the base design on the left, which is a Cristiano Ronaldo red refractor parallel, I think looks incredible. Very limited borders. I like the kind of weird it's kind of weird, but the semicircle with the Portuguese flag in it. I think the base design, it looks well. I think that as a case hit is another swing and a miss. I think that case hit will be selling for like 5 to 20 quid, within a week of release. Of official release, not of when it's going to be ripped a week prior to that. That's my prediction.
Right. So initially you're saying first reaction to this European Tour case hit, no good.
No good. Base design, incredible. Very nice.
Right.
Fun. Perfectly what we want with Chrome.
So 150 cards, the base set, and most promising youngsters from all 24 qualified teams. 1 auto per box. There's Kenan Yildiz, who now has Tops have given him a Bowman, first Bowman, and
National debut.
rookie card, and the national debut. He has all 3 of
Oh,
those
he has
cards
everything.
now. Yes. So
good.
there you go. We have hero variations. We have casting gold die cut variations, changing the design to a golden nugget to honor the most treasured players.
Brilliant.
So look forward to that. Yeah. And there's also
die cuts. I've never done it for me, but I don't dislike the use of them.
I'm not a big die cut guy either.
Look at that Euro style guide parallel to 24. I like that.
Euro style guide parallel. Oh, so is that going to be? Is that like this?
Yeah, the design at the top, I would imagine. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, see there, you see there in the Yildiz. Sorry, Jason. The Yildiz, you're seeing the borders there.
Yes,
like that's kind of a V border almost.
Yeah.
I think it's good. I think it's good. I like it.
Sort of funneling. There's a funnel effect happening here.
Yeah, I think it's good.
The highest number parallel is 199.
Yeah, positive, definitely.
That's positive. So 150 card base set and a highest parallel of 199. It's not going to be Champions League Chrome.
No, I think there's so much negativity around the kind of the timing of the release of this. The 150 base set. I have a feeling the price is obviously going to be key. I don't know if Steel City have that on display yet, but
no, not yet.
I'm more optimistic about this set than I thought I was, and mainly because of what we're getting into now, which is kind of the some of the shorter print stuff.
Okay, so the one we're seeing here is Dennis Parkamp with cheat code, which is 1 in 4 packs. How do you feel about this insert?
Not for me, I would say.
Okay, so the inserts aren't performing well. You like the base design, but not so much the
inserts. No.
Right. So cheat code 1 in 4 packs, 1960 Tops Chrome 5 per box, Neon Nations 3 per box, Ultimate Showdown 1 in 8 packs, Dream Big 1 in 6 packs.
Yeah, so those ones I don't care for. This is what I like.
Okay.
European Tour. So we seen that one. That was the one that was at the start. European Tour, 1 per case. It's a case hit. Doesn't do it for me. Right. Hobby Masters. Noble minimalistic design showing the best and most popular players in the hobby. Very limited subset. So they've specifically said that's very limited. We've seen Hobby Masters in the past. So I don't really know what their definition of very limited is. Because it's kind of funny to kind of tell us. Everything else here kind of has information and that just says very limited. Berlin at night. So we've seen that. They're saying 1 in about every 8 cases of Berlin night. So they've made that short print. Relatively short print. Depending how big the checklist is for that, relatively short print. You know, if there's 10 subjects, if there's 20 subjects, it's obviously going to change how much. Because I imagine there will be a lot of cases. So 1 in 8 cases might not necessarily be as short print as he used to be back in the day.
Yeah.
Cristiano Ronaldo, Era of Excellence, honoring Ronaldo. There's going to be the first player, because he's the first player to do 6 Euro tournaments. I want to say Albert. That is the mascot. So they're doing a 1. I like the use of the 101 mascot. Like they're using the 101.
Who is the mascot? Do you remember the mascot from the competition?
Yeah, I was at the Euros.
You were there.
So I want to say he was yellow and blue. He was yellow and blue. He was just like a little creature kind of thing. Friendly guy.
Okay.
You can put it on screen if you want to find it, but there's a 101 of that.
Yeah.
What I found strange, which I don't know if we're going to talk about F1. This is the Soccer Cards United podcast, but the F1 release came out, and I don't think they have a 1 of 1 of the F1 logo, which I think is a bit of a miss. Why would you not do that? Do you know, like, why is this kind of almost in soccer realm and not anywhere else? Like, why are you doing a 101 Champions League logo? They're always a bear.
He's a bear. Albert's a little bear.
Okay, no.
Albert Einstein.
Albert.
It's coming up as a...
a little bear.
I like the idea of somebody looking up Einstein to understand the theory of relativity, but they can't. They're struggling to spell Albert Einstein. It's like
Albert. Listen, Germany put on a great tournament, right? I had a wonderful time.
You certainly think Albert deserved a card, and then there are logo cards for all the countries, so that's presumably going to be quite desirable.
Can you put that back on screen? I can't see it. The logo. They're going to be desirable, but like, what happens if they're unlicensed? That's my big question there. Like, what happens there?
Oh, like, they can't put the English
is it the
FA
flag?
or the FFF or whatever.
And like, is that going to be bad? Like, it won't be good. But like, say if Ireland were in the tournament,
it won't be good. Yeah.
Say if Ireland were in the tournament, Jason, and picture this, right? Ireland are in the tournament. They don't have the Ireland license for whatever reason, but you could get a 101 super factor of the Irish flag. Would that not still interesting?
Not really. No.
But you have that old school vintage card of the flag.
Yeah, but that's a Flags of the World. That's that's from a set. It's like there's.
You don't think like a top information super factor? I understand
with just a flag on it. No,
but the Irish flag, no. Okay, so if that Irish flag 101 existed and came up for auction, you just wouldn't want to go near it.
I wouldn't support that kind of thing. No,
I don't think
it would need to be a logo.
I don't think that's true. That's
the FAI logo.
No, I know, but like that's what I'm saying.
I might get it for completionist reasons, but I wouldn't be getting it because I like it. I'd just be getting it because I want the.
What I'm saying is, if they take that short print and actually include every nation, including the ones that don't have a license, and if they replace the country badge just with the flag, I'm saying I think there is still collectability in that from collectors, much better than any airbrush kit. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to say that. I'm saying like,
it's the best possible non-licensed card in the set.
that's what I'm trying to say. Because like,
okay,
like, realistically, Jason, do you not think you would prefer a 101 Superfactor of the Irish flag versus the FAI logo? Like, how do you feel about the FAI?
I don't feel good about the FAI, but I feel like it's like that's the football team. These are football cards.
Oh, I know. I don't know.
Like,
I think that's like, I think they don't have to avoid the unlicensed cards in that team short print, that they might, because it doesn't necessarily say that they're in everything. I don't know. I just thought that was weird. I was kind of like, what?
I would like to see.
I want to see what goes on there.
I want them to talk to the guys at FIFA, or formerly FIFA, now EA Football or whatever it's called.
EAFC.
Or the guys that used to make PES and had like the non-licensed
Man blue.
Yeah, and they had to have logos. I want them to come up with like bootleg alternate universe Federation logos. That's my pitch for that card.
Fascinating. Well, that's, to be honest, when the checklist comes out, I'm running to that and I'm checking. Is there an unlicensed team on it? And then I'll want to see what that's going to look like.
Okay, we're on to the autographs. We have Chrome autographs. We have Future Stars autographs. We have black lasers.
Okay.
Like we had in
but they're stuff into hobby as opposed to having another SKU, we think.
Yeah. Chapter 24, but it's done XXIV autographs. UEFA Player of the Year autographs. Masterminds autographs. And the example here is a Player of the Year, Luka Modric Superfractor.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of nice short print autos. I like that.
Yeah. Multi autographs.
These are all very short print. That's what I'm saying. When I seen all of this from our friends at Steel City Collectibles, I said like they might have made this set better. Obviously, it has released at such a bad time, obviously. But
6 months after the tournament.
Months after the tournament. Yeah, definitely. We don't even remember who won the tournament at this stage. But I like all these short prints. I think there's going to be a lot of chases in it, even though I think they need to still price the product right, but I just don't think it's as bad as I thought it was going to be. That's what I'm trying to take away here.
That's good. You've been pleasantly surprised by many aspects of this.
I think they put my expectations so low that now that they've released that, I'm like, that's actually not terrible.
Okay, so Chrome joint generations autographs, that'll be like Steven Gerrard and Jude Bellingham or something like that.
Yeah, they should really like. I'm going to jump at the checklist again, Jason. Sorry, I'm making this a longer segment than it should be, but
yeah.
When the checklist comes out, like Chrome Dual Joint Generations autograph, if I'm in the room designing that product, I am saying, do not place any team that is unlicensed on this checklist.
Yeah.
Especially, that one, at least it's the same country. If there's any dual autographs where one country is licensed and the other one isn't licensed and they've thrown it on a card like just complete imbeciles, I'll be very angry about that.
Right. Okay. So, hey, you're going to be on Enzo's shit.
I'm on record. That's right. You're going to be on the band, like you're getting coal for Christmas.
Yeah.
Farm soccer card Santa. That's right.
That's right. Whoa. You can quite imagine that. Chrome triple autographs, Global Domination triple autographs, UEFA Player of the Year autograph book. We've seen that. I should have got that.
Half of it was unlicensed. I understand at least that has a point to it. Like they're all Player of the Year. So like there's nothing, in that case, there's nothing they can do apart from just don't make that one maybe.
Could we show them accepting the award perhaps?
Yeah, there's ways to do it that they didn't do it, but it is what it is.
Dream Big autographs, Tops 1960 autographs, Cheat Code autographs. We already saw that with the Bergkamp. Yeah,
so Ronaldo, weird that that's so short print.
Era of Excellence auto. I do think this is like for Ronaldo collectors. This is a really, really big set.
Yeah, that's true.
That like for me is like that's what it like.
This almost feels like a Cristiano Ronaldo commemorative set of what he has done at the winning a Euros, obviously, and obviously performing at 6 different Euros. Yeah,
like this is like Topps Chrome Ronaldo cards, Portugal kit. Like this is, if you're a Ronaldo collector, like that's what's selling the product. I think is the Ronaldo chase basically, which I think because of his current place in the kind of fading a little bit in the card market next to Messi and all that stuff, we don't really talk about it as much. But like that will drive sales and that will drive breaks of this thing.
Definitely, you think there's going to be a lot of Cristiano Ronaldo super factors, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
In a Portuguese kit, by the way.
Yeah, official draw card, auto relics, and UEFA 24 Euro 24 sketch cards.
I like that. I'm kind of hoping those sketch cards are like kind of like from the tournament. Like I'm hoping that was like, see the way it came kind of late here on this kind of sales sheet that Steel City have. It came almost last. Like was that added in last? Was it kind of like, right, how can we turn the negative of this being so late into semi-positive? And it could be maybe redemptions if the product was already made, maybe sketch card, like redeeming the sketch card, I mean.
Yeah.
And could those sketch cards be moments from the tournament that we remember? Like, Yami Mal scoring his big ranging goal. Like that would be cool.
That would be very cool.
But we'll have to wait and see. Or it could look shite. Sketch cards can go hit or miss.
Yeah, they can. There's this guy who I think he's French. He must be French. There's an old French guy who paints watercolors at the French Open of the action, and they're unbelievable paintings. But that kind of, if it's like kind of like almost like a, not like, obviously not in the style of a courtroom sketch, but if it's almost like live drawing, like how they used to have, like, you're doing a sports report or whatever from a big boxing match in like 1850, you had to draw some impression of what was going on, sketch some impression. Like that's kind of, I think that'd be really cool. But again, it could be underwhelming. But it's
in there. But like the European tour being the case, it upsets me a lot. That looks really bad.
Yeah. So Steel City,
Steel City, you reckon 3 numbered parallels per box, 1 autograph. So that's kind of a classic config. 10 packs per box, 8 packs per box. What? 10 cards per pack. That's a lot.
Yeah.
80 cards a box. That's a weird format. But
13th of November, Steel City have told us.
A few days before our birthday.
That's right. Oh, look at all these images here. Right, okay. So that is a first look at Eurochrome, which according to Steel City Collectibles is going on the 13th of November.
How many?
And we can either confirm or deny that because we don't know. All right, okay. Let's go on to a product which is coming out tomorrow, but is being broken on Fanatics Live in the States today because they have an early access thing, and that is Stadium Club Chrome. Stadium Club Chrome for the UEFA Club competitions is out tomorrow. They've shown us a little preview of some of the cards. We got Xaver Schlager on a bike. They love the bike ones. We got Gerd Muller doing like a king photo shoot for Bayern. So there's a lot more Legends photography in this.
Yeah, which we never had, I don't think, really before.
Which we never had. And I have a take on that. Should I say it now or in a bit?
You should say now. Let me just cut in and say that according to Steel City Collectibles, on the 13th of November, it'll be 122 days since the final of Euro 2024.
Okay.
And about 150 days since the tournament started.
Okay. So that's
half a year longer.
Off. Yeah. I was going to say about...
Tell me.
This is not a super hot take that I just have to get out. But basically, I understand that there's like Legends photography and it's like, it is a good idea. Like I can picture myself on this podcast, if there's no Legends photography, saying, why is there not Legends photography? There must be cool photos of Gerd Muller and dressed as a king and a photo shoot by Bayern Munich. I get that. So maybe I'm just being contrary, but I always liked Stadium Club in its idea as these are images from the season that we just had. That's always what I thought it was. Now, maybe that was just on me, but that is like my ideal version of Stadium Club, is that it's...
Do you think
all
the
Legends from the UEFA Club competitions in the season it covers?
Do you think the Legend should have kind of come in as an insert as opposed to one of the base cards?
Yeah, I don't really think the Legend photography should be on the base checklist. Maybe that's what I'm...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it is a bit annoying because it's like, you're basically telling me like when Sadio Mane has that incredible Stadium Club image, you're now kind of telling me after he retires, we might throw it in again.
Yeah.
I don't think they would because they've used that image, but it's like, if we can do that, then what's...
If everything's on the table, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But then maybe they would say everything's not on the table, just something.
Yeah.
There's Raphael in his very expensive Milan gear. Christian Pulisic from Milan.
That's going to be fascinating, the Raphael Leao, because he's wearing like an off-white jacket.
Yes.
I just think it's something like Supreme, which is like, hype beast. It's like, if there was a card that also showed a player wearing Supreme, would that cause unnecessary it's a hysteria? I don't think the off-white will, but it's kind of like, it's a fascinating card, I thought, when I seen it.
Fashion meets cards, meets sports, meets photography. It's kind of a cultural moment.
It's hype beast fashion as well. Do you know what I mean? It's not limited.
It's a bit Michael Rubin, isn't it?
It is a bit crazy,
Yeah.
So like the 101 of that, does it have extra sauce to it because he's also wearing off-white? I don't know.
We're seeing here the Say Cheese insert with a picture of Marcus Thuram, and I already know that Enzo hates this.
Yeah, when I seen that on the on the checklist, I thought we were going to see kind of another, and it would be another kind of a Polaroid kind of image. Would have been good, for that.
Right? Yeah.
But I don't know what the hell that is, though.
This is, to me, this is giving me groovy vibes from Panini.
Yeah, it's like they thought groovy was a good idea and they mimicked it. But let me tell you, groovy was a bad idea.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird to have very bizarre inserts like that in a set that otherwise has such incredible kind of photography and is all about the cleanness of it.
Although it is following on from glimpses of gold and championship contributions and a couple of weird inserts that there's always in Stadium Club.
I don't think that should be that. Yeah, that should not be built on, especially because you look at the image and it's still like, if that weird say cheese border was gone, that could be a Stadium Club image. It's like the image doesn't even fit the insert. That's my biggest issue, I think, with inserts is that you create this funky design, then just stick a real life image of a player in it that feels like it doesn't belong there.
Yeah, long time listeners will remember the many stained glass discussion.
Yeah, I feel like to say cheese here, everyone on that checklist might be showing their teeth. That's my big presumption.
Well, that is kind of what you would like if you said to me, I won't going to do an insert called say cheese. I would say, first of all, it should be like almost not portraits, but like close-ups of people's faces and they're doing a big smile.
Yeah, you could make it kind of black and white almost and make it a bit... Yeah. Well, don't give away all your ideas for free, Jason, but that's, for me, that's crazy.
So, and then there's Ronaldinho with a baseball. That's exciting.
I love that. I love throwing the baseball in. I don't love it being inverted. I hate horizontal cards so much.
Yeah.
But I like that a lot.
And there's Ronaldo.
Winning all sorts of little trophies.
Winning all sorts of awards. So, would you like to know that these are already being ripped in various places around the world?
Beautiful.
And they look good in hand. This Jeremy Doku Superfractor, which was apparently, let me just translate this post. Surely that's not okay. I think it was ripped in China, and there's a Japanese person here saying that's not okay. That's a good image. What's he doing there? He's doing some sort of celebration called, do you know what that's called?
No, you seem to know what it's called.
No, I don't know what it's called. I thought he was like, I thought he was doing like, the equivalent of like hitting the gritty or dabbing or something like that,
I thought that was the gritty. I'll tell you that much.
That's what I'm saying. I thought it might have been the gritty, but then I thought maybe Enzo know if it's the gritty.
No, I don't know. I don't know what that is. But it's fun. It's a fun image. But 101 off the board. It's hard to say it here, but that looks like classic Stadium Club cardstock. That's what I'm excited about.
That's what got me most excited about it.
Yeah. That looks classic Stadium Club. Looks like it's going to be good without really knowing. It's hard. We're looking at a 2D photo, but it does feel that way. I'm excited to rip it. I'm going to rip it on the YouTube channel, Jason, because my favorite thing about ripping Stadium Club is that you're not really flying through the images. You're actually enjoying each card. You're not like base card. You're actually like, oh, look at that. Oh, imagine the 101 of that. That'll be class. So I'm looking forward to a bit of that.
Here's Bryn has these up, but there's been a lot of this ripped.
Yeah, so I see the marks as excellence and the hidden gems, and I don't immediately realize they're obviously Stadium Club. So
yes,
very, very good.
There's Alan Shearer and there's Jude Bellingham marks of excellence. There's Odegaard hidden gems.
Mason Mount saying cheese. And please tell me, what is the redemption?
The redemptions are an Instavision relic book for Sané, and the Zidane Ronaldinho is a Rival Vision book card.
Zidane, right? They'll be licensed. See, that's the kind of stuff they'll do in Eurochrome, and I'll get very sad. Obviously not Ronaldinho, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. That's according to Bryn, who collated some of these images. What are these ones up here? These are the Polaroid.
Those are kind of Polaroid-y things. I like that a lot. That's a win. Do you know what I mean? It's like for the loss of what I want to call the loss of say cheese, that is a win.
Yeah. So a lot of Kamara there as well. Yeah, I mean that also looks good. Like that stock.
I like the text
good
as well. You said that ages ago when we first seen a kind of first look. The Julian Alvarez, the kind of different text looks.
Yeah,
good.
This is I like this. This is good.
I think Stadium Club is on for another winner this year. I think it's such a fun product. I just think some of the inserts are weird, but at the same time, I suppose you mix the weird with the good, and it's just, what is it? It's a good product,
Yeah. It's a mostly good product. I'll tell you one thing. There's a rival. What did Prince say? It's called Rival Vision book card. That is, I don't really think of Ronaldinho
as a rival to Zidane.
As a rival to Zidane. That's like,
no, they had crossover for Classicos and stuff like that.
Yeah, I guess they did, but like
I mean, they had
I'm
a
just
2006 World Cup, they semi-final, I believe, as well.
yeah. I think I just organized those two players like in a different part
separate
of my
brain.
brain. Yeah.
I'm excited to see if they use images from one game for that. You know what I mean? Like, is it like, was there a clash in the Champions League when they can use the image and work? You know, I think of like the Milan derby where I think Materazzi and maybe Maldini are beside each other and they're kind of leaning on each other while there's a crazy background. It's like, is it going to be from the same game or not? Or, you know, what's going on? So it'll be interesting to see. But it's one of the only products that you kind of want to know what every base card looks like. And that's a real testament to the product. It's one of the only products where you're not just looking for rookie cards. You're just looking for, works better at the World Cup, doesn't it?
It does work better at the World Cup. For the listener, we're just looking at. I've just typed in Zidane versus Ronaldinho into Google Images. And
look, there's one of Ronaldinho sprinting by Zidane. That's brilliant. Just put down to the left of that.
Just down to this one here.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's not Zidane. Oh, it is.
It is. Come on. And then there's various other ones there. That looks. It's always Ronaldinho doing them. Every image is Ronaldinho absolutely doing Zidane, except for the World Cup, of course, where Zidane had his own little dazzling Brazilian feet going.
Yeah, you learned a thing or two.
That's right. He fucking ran the show in that World Cup until Italy did what they had to do, let me tell you.
Only time Zidane and Messi met on the pitch, Ronaldinho was unstoppable that day. There's an article there about that. So, you know, listen, this is football heritage we're talking about.
That's right. Come
on. Rival vision. Okay. So that is stadium. People can let us know what they think of stadium. Obviously, by Thursday, we'll have seen
everything.
Everything, because people are already ripping it. Then we have early access today, and then there's the release day tomorrow, and then it'll be Thursday, and by probably most of the product hits will be gone. But that's all right.
And we'll be on to the next one.
That's right. We'll be on to the next. We'll be on to Eurochrome, whenever Steel City Connect will say that's out.
I hope they price it right. That's all they need to do is price it.
Eurochrome?
Yeah, just price it right, and you're off to a winner. Just, you know, you can't make your Euro product flagship price profit on a set that's 150 days after the tournament started. You know, you have to just concede a little bit, especially without your licenses. That's my advice.
That's you'd be shouted down in a fanatics meeting for
suggesting such a thing. Yeah. It's the kind of thing of throwing them out the window, that kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Maybe we could lower the price. Okay. Do you want to talk at all? Speaking of, do you want to talk at all about F1?
I think so. We should, yeah. Briefly.
Yeah. So, Formula 1 2024 Chrome up for pre-order today. There are a few different configurations that they're leading us through. Hobby and qualifying lap. And qualifying lap used to be called Chrome Light.
Yeah, they're trying to sneak that by us there. But at least they've priced it relatively well. I'm pretty sure Chrome Light ended up kind of at a €40 range, maybe for soccer. F1, I think it was healthy enough because it was never really accessible pricing. But that's good. They've added in a 1-of-1 black Ray Wave, which is a big win because Ray Waves, people like Ray Waves, but there was never really a chasing light. So now I do believe there's a 1-of-1 chasing light, which is a win. It's like they discovered what Panini are doing with nebulas and choice 1-of-1s and stuff like that.
Okay.
Nebula, and what's the other one? Black Prism, Nebula Prism, and
Breakaway
1-of-1. Yeah, whatever. That's the circle one. Yeah, I think I did napkin mats on the print run, and I didn't love what I seen for the hobby box.
Okay.
It's pretty much
came back a lot, did it?
Yeah, it came back. I think I want to say 5,000
crop issues here on this image for anyone listening along.
I was going to tell you to scroll up
the card.
I'm scrolling. You've been scrolling. Yeah, I think it's the same as last year, pretty much, give or take 200 cases. And last year, obviously, there was. I mean, that's brilliant. I love the helmet ones. Images look great, but last year we obviously had an Oscar Piastri rookie chase, first year hidden gems, stuff like that. And we didn't have Chrome Light or blasters, which we're gonna have this year. So I would have liked to see Hobby kind of juiced up with more color and a lower print run. I think that would have been the play.
Are these disappointing? Sorry, I'm having a hard time with these. Are these the portrait images for this year?
No. They're inserts.
No. That's fine.
They're like team inserts, which is actually nice. They normally always have that. I like that they have the car and the person. I really do like that.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a nice.
Relatively affordable compared to last year, but I think it's pretty much around where the box price is of last year's box now. If that makes sense.
Okay,
I love
yeah.
all of these. All of the use of the helmets are great. I love the helmet images. We did see kind of a leak of Sapphire, and they have they don't have an Oscar Piastri Sapphire selection, which they also didn't have last year. So I don't really understand who makes those kind of decisions, Jason. But
Maybe Oscar
hopefully,
Piastri does. Maybe he says, "I hate that. I hate that subset."
that's right. I didn't see Infinite Sapphire either, but I don't think we've seen the proper stuff's not out yet. I don't think this is like a classic Tops pre-order. It's not even public sale, so it's a bit of a
Yeah.
bizarre.
There are F3 drivers in this,
Yeah, I believe
which is different.
Alexander Dunn, Jason, is that the Irish
Yeah,
one? There
I
you
believe
go.
so. Alex Dunn, yeah.
So number 51 on the checklist is an Irish chase. Yeah, I think
Um,
as we said, Jason, like one of the kind of worst parts of Formula One Chrome is the F2 drivers. So to kind of add in F3 is a bit heavy on the heart, but it does give more options, gives more things to chase. Like as we've seen there, there's an Irish driver. You're
you're in theory you're expanding the number of interested people.
yeah. But that's why I just don't understand. It's like the key to success on that product is to create a hobby box that has 6 numbered parallels in it and just a smaller print run. And then everyone's kind of opening and having a great time. And
I hear
I feel
that
like,
window creaking again. They're trying to get it open and toss you out of the office.
yeah, but like you might get 3, 4 number parallels. I don't know. It's a bit rough.
Okay.
Autos have always been hard to come by. I don't know if it says 1 auto per box. I don't think it does.
I can have a check.
No, I think it said look for autos. So
Look for autographs from F1 and F2 talents.
it tends to be 1 in every 2 boxes, but it always feels like there's never autographs. That's how I always feel opening F1 product. So yeah, I don't know. I like we'll see how it performs. I do think people are already talking about there's no rookie, but I really think the F1 hobby, if it's planning to put its hat on rookies, it's going to have a lot of bad years. Do you know what I mean? Like you can't.
There has to be more to it than that. Yeah,
The grid doesn't change that much. Like it needs to be about images. It needs to be about.
I like these Circuit Master autos.
Yeah, it's nice. But I think they've changed it up a bit with design. I think you can't rely on rookies. It's always a benefit if a rookie is there, but you cannot depend on that. I like the use of the kind of helmets here. I think that looks really good. Something that they really didn't do well in previous years. I don't think there's always been 1 or 2 helmet cards that tend to be what people like the most, etc., etc. So it looks fun. Chrome Light gives people more fun. That's the thing. Like add blasters, add Chrome Light, and then reduce the print run of the box by upping the parallels, and then you've killed it. I
hope they're listening.
I just don't understand. I'll never understand.
If anyone from the Formula One product team at Tops wants to write in, just comment on YouTube. Yeah. Okay. So speaking of product teams, this is a fun little item here. They've put dogs in Alan and Ginter.
Let's go.
So this is we saw this from Tops. First, look, we partnered with the Westminster Kennel Club on a collection of best in show dog trading cards.
Can I say this is what happens when Michael Rubin is let to walk around London with a free day?
Yeah. The collection includes cards of 40 of the most prestigious dogs in Westminster Kennel Club history. Look for rare versions of each card with authentic best in show ribbon relics, limited to 20 copies each. So we've had Lamine Yamal's Euro winning confetti. We've had the gold, the net relic. I think they've realized you can put basically anything into a
card and we'll buy it.
They can be found in Alan and Ginter, which is out on October 30th. Also, Usain Bolt is going to have his first ever licensed traded cards in that product too, I believe.
Because he has that dog in him.
Because he got that dog in him. So yeah, so this is, I think personally, this is going to be more successful than a lot of the cards from Alan and Ginter, a lot of the kind of pop culture figures. I think this is going to be a big seller.
If anyone gets like the Labrador with the ribbon, do not message us and ask what it's worth. Just put it on eBay. Leave us alone.
I almost went down the rabbit hole of Westminster Dog Show.
If there's any rookies, can we see the comments here, please? I want to have a quick gander.
You want to see the comments?
LDN is always has some juice. Look at the boy Labrador. There you go.
Direct accounts with store shop dogs should have their dog card in next year's. A lot of people want their own dog to have a card. That's why I think this is going to do well.
Yeah, people love dogs. That is true.
People love dogs.
Like imagine you could get Lewis Hamilton's dog, him on the grid with the dog. That'd be brilliant.
Yeah,
there you go. Yeah,
people love a lot of love for Josh in the. Who's Josh? Oh, this is Josh.
Oh yeah, I love Josh.
He's good. I don't know what he's good. Dog breeders in the comments. Let us know what kind of breed Josh is.
Yeah, what does Josh get up to?
Legendary League Cup. Somebody.
No, people love it because you'd want to be absolutely crazy to completely hate on it.
Yeah, because it's fun. They're dogs.
But that's what Alan and Ginter is for, a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I accept it. It's a bit crazy
though. I like this guy, Trumpet. He's my favorite.
If it was your dog, you'd be a happy guy, you know?
Oh yeah, of course.
There you go.
So that's interesting.
Fascinating.
I mean, think about it. What are Pokemon?
Just
very
Pokemon
exotic breeds of dogs.
No, no.
They're basically just magic dogs, aren't they?
No. Think some of them are birds, some of them are insects. Come on, they're all animals. They're animals. They're not dogs specifically. Like there's Pokemon. There's Pokemon that can fly, and there's Pokemon that can swim. Jeez, they're not magic. They're either a fish or a bird, you know, or something similar.
Right, but what I'm saying is that essentially they're
Squirtle's a turtle,
but a dog could be a Pokemon.
Yeah, like Growlithe. Don't worry about that.
There is a dog, and how are his? What I'm saying is this could have mass market appeal in a way that, you know.
No, Pokemon. So you fundamentally don't understand Pokemon. It's very alarming.
I think I understand that they're magic dogs and that people love to collect them. I think that's
that much is clear.
Yeah, and don't comment and tell me I'm wrong about Pokemon being magic dogs. I don't want to hear it.
Oh my god.
Okay, we're nearly finished. Just a couple of things to say. Lionel Messi is going to be at the Club World Cup after Gianni Infantino, the head of FIFA, changed the rules or didn't announce the rules until Lionel Messi was in the Club World Cup. And I said, that's what I meant. Yeah. The Supporter Shield MLS winners are in.
We want some of that Messi revenue.
Exactly, yeah.
Wow.
So I believe 37, here's a horrible sentence, 37 of the 38 teams the next Club World Cup are now confirmed.
Leo Messi, of course, winning his conference in MLS.
That's right, yeah.
Incredible stuff with a hat trick and I think 2 assists in the game.
A 9-minute hat trick, is that right?
Yeah.
Or 11-minute hat trick.
Imagine that. You go to the game, Messi's not starting, and you're going, I paid all this money for all these tickets, and he's not even starting. Yeah. And he gets his first MLS hat trick and plays an incredible pass to Jordi Alba. He is killing it. I think Messi's legacy in the States, like, it's so funny. It's like, I heard someone say, Jay, you're going to love this. I heard someone say, if Messi wins MLS Cup, like his legacy
his legacy is complete.
Is complete. He's done it. It's like, although MLS Cup, I knew you'd love that. Although MLS Cup is not what's going to make or break Messi's legacy, I do think in 10, 20, 30, 40 years' time, when people are kind of looking back and actually have footage to look back on to say, oh yeah, remember the time Messi came to the MLS and just absolutely caused havoc? Him winning the MLS Cup is going to, like, you know, people want success. They want wins. It doesn't matter if it's like, hey, he just won the World Cup. Who cares if he does or doesn't win MLS Cup? But it's like, it does matter to a degree, at least in, I would imagine, kind of the American population's memory. Because MLS, I do believe at some point in, whether it's 40 years, whether it's 50 years, whatever the case may be, I think it's going to continue just to be such a strong league. And if written into the league's history as like, this is the year Messi came, signed for the league, did all of what he did, and won an MLS Cup, it's just prestigious. Like, we remember Pele at the Cosmos, like, as without having ever seen it ourselves, because it's like, he was there, but it's like, what did he do when he was there? And it's like, I don't really know. Scored a few goals. Like, I'm not really sure.
Yeah,
I'd have to look up if he won a trophy or not. I don't know if he did, but it's like, if Messi does, and it's been such a, and obviously it's like, yeah, Messi came and he brought 3 of his most talented friends. You know, it's Jordi Alba, it's Suarez. Look at what Suarez is doing in MLS, by the way. And Busquets. But still, people are just going to say, like, Messi came and we seen moments of magic at the tail end of his career, and he was still successful. And isn't he?
I think it's important. Great? I think it's like, it's important. Like, it's just good. Like, I know obviously there's also stuff. I think that, like, the news that FIFA may have corrupted a selection process is not news to anybody. You know, that's every selection process FIFA ever runs. Luis Suarez and Messi became the first 2 players on the same team to get 20 goals in a single season for any MLS team. They were both beaten by Christian Benteke to the top scorer award. Yeah.
Can you believe he's still knocking about the MLS? But I was going to say as well, my memory of, and your memory, I'm sure as well, Jason, and a lot of people's memory of Sebastian Giovinco is elevated by what we've seen him do in MLS, because it was just brilliant to watch. It was fun.
Yes.
So it's that's what Messi is doing. You know, almost as good as Giovinco.
Almost. One of these days, we keep working hard.
It's that kind of thing. Like, anytime you, like, because it's difficult, it's harder for us to tune into an MLS game, Jason, in Ireland, because the times that Miami is playing, etc. But anytime I do find the opportunity to watch it, and Messi's playing, I always just see brilliance, and it's just like, that's brilliant. He's still class. Like, he's still at it. He's still up to it. Like, I know that we just seen him in the World Cup like a few months ago, but it's still, I don't know, it's fun. He's delivering, if you will.
Yep, he's delivering for Miami. He's delivering for America.
That's
I also wanted to give a shout out to 21-22 rookie class carrier Gavi, who after the 11-month absence was back at the weekend in Barcelona's 5-1 win over Sevilla.
And it's Cole Palmer carrying that class these days, Jason, by the way.
Yeah, while Gavi's been out injured, Cole Palmer snuck in.
And became the Cole Palmer class.
Is the Cole Palmer class? I don't know. We never set a rule on whether or not you can change it retrospectively.
No, I don't think you can. You absolutely can't, because then it's good to remember the people that didn't quite do it. And I don't think Gavi's in that bracket. I just hope he stays fit. But I'm sure you might have this already. I don't know if you do, Jason. You did see the return of another player.
Yes, I certainly did. Yeah, Neymar.
Neymar is back. And he's back in Saudi or whatever. So it's not like you're going to see him play. Like you could have told me he's been playing for 3 months. I'd have believed you.
Yeah, I believe he was. Were they playing in a continental competition? Al Hilal, and who have an incredible team, by the way. I'm pretty sure they could finish mid-table in the Premier League.
They're very, very talented. They have I think Mitrovic is there causing absolute havoc.
Mitrovic, Ruben Neves is there.
Yeah, I mean, the Premier League's all-time great below the top 6 club players are there.
Yeah. Kalidou Koulibaly of Napoli. João Cancelo, who, by the way, João Cancelo is one of the best fullbacks in world football. I don't know how he can't get a game, but anyway.
But you know what's funny? I feel bad for Ronaldo because he kind of moved to Saudi, was the first one to do it, and then Al Hilal built an absolute monster. Now he can't win his equivalent of MLS Cup because there's this absolute juiced up team, and everyone's going to go, look, Ronaldo couldn't do it, he's shy. His legacy is
this is the thing.
You'd be fuming if you were him, to be honest.
Because you know what this is? It's a testament to the power of friendship. Messi had Busquets, he had Jordi Alba.
That'll come with him. Tony Kroos isn't lacing up his boots to go to Saudi. He's saying Gabby Vega's a disgrace for going to Saudi. That's what he's saying. Yeah. Ronaldo had no friends, and that's... Messi's living in a Spanish-speaking kind of region in Miami, having probably the best. Like he is living, his story on paper just couldn't be better. It's actually
Ronaldo's in a compound interviewing his wife and shit.
Doing YouTube videos. It's Did you see someone posted like Ronaldo was like at maybe a boxing event or someone, and someone posted like a photo of it? You know when like at events where they kind of zoom into people that are in the crowd, they zoomed into Ronaldo. I think it was photoshopped and it said YouTuber.
That's very good.
But
he's just like us.
Yeah, just sorry. Messi is kind of like even now, like his experience at PSG, because obviously he won the World Cup and then the Copa America, whatever. It's like now what kind of didn't happen for him at PSG, because particularly the World Cup, he was a PSG player when he won the World Cup, or he had just left or whatever. It was the summer. I don't know. It's very blurry. No, he was still there because he went back and they were like giving him grief because he beat France in the final. But it's like his time at PSG just becomes in his story like, oh, and this is where he had a bit of hardship, and then look what he did. It's not like he couldn't do it in another European league without all his mates beside him. It's just like he done that, but he won the World Cup, didn't he? And then he went on to MLS and broke all these records and was brilliant, wasn't he? And then he won another Copa America. Like, isn't Messi great? And Ronaldo, I think he's going, how many subscribers does he have on YouTube? Like, that's where Ronaldo is. I do think Ronaldo might do an Ibrahimovic and get back to a European club, but I don't think he should. But I think he will.
Okay, you see, PSG or something having
but based on kind of every time he gets a run out with Portugal, it's just fucking tough to see. So I don't know, but he's getting his goals. I think he'll stay around till he gets his 1,000 goal. I'd be fuming if he didn't. Just
we're all excited to watch the grind.
That's right. People said that he's not retiring until Messi retires because he's scared that Messi will beat his goal record.
Like Messi might turn it on as soon as he decides to not play anymore.
People forget Messi's 2 years younger as well, by the way. Like Ronaldo 2 years ago was a different player completely. But people think that like because Ronaldo's slightly ahead of him in goals, obviously very far ahead of him in games. And it's like people think that like if Ronaldo stops, Messi will just beat a few records and then Ronaldo will be just fuming because like you're just absolutely second place.
Yeah, it's tough. And the card market's reflecting that.
The card market has
nobody show Ronaldo his recent comps and then Messi's recent comps. Yeah, it's got to be a tough read.
That's right.
Okay, look, that's it for episode 252 of Soccer Cards United. There's all sorts of European football going on this midweek. We're going to talk about that on Thursday. We're going to talk about Stadium Club, Chrome, and all the hits that are coming out of it, what the card stock is like, all that exciting stuff. If you know our PSA are opening their office,
tell us.
If you know what kind of breed one of those dogs was that we liked,
tell us.
And other than that, have a great week.
Yeah, Jason, I hope you have a wonderful week.
Thank you very much.